Hi. So this paper talks a lot about amblyopia. So amblyopia can simply be defined as the dullness of vision. In layman terms, it can be defined as a lazy eye. In clinical terms, it is defined as the loss of vision in one or both eyes without any obvious organic cause. Here we explain the theory behind this.
Kids, their brains are still forming until about age 6 or 7. And the wiring from both of the eyes travels through the brain. A third of the brain is devoted to the visual pathway, all the way back to the occipital cortex. This process is plastic. It changes over time. Kids are flexible. It's amazing. Now, if both eyes are working, everything forms fine. But what if you have one eye that doesn't see as well? Well, as the wiring is forming, the better eye starts to develop connections much stronger, and the weak eye doesn't develop those connections in the brain nearly as strong. In some ways, the eyes are competing with each other, at least on the brain scale. So, how do you treat this? You penalize the good eye, you force that, quote, lazy eye to work. That way the wiring can form into the back of the brain, and so that lazy eye can see into the future. Kids can develop amblyopia very easily if they have one eye that doesn't see well. They might have a congenital cataract. They might have one eye that's very nearsighted compared to the other eye, or farsighted. One eye may turn inwards, and so in order to keep from getting double vision, they learn to use one eye and ignore the other one. A lazy eye can easily develop into amblyopia, and if that wiring doesn't form properly, or you don't force it to form properly, you can fix the eye all you want in the future, but the eye will never see that well because the wiring never quite formed right. So amblyopia, important to pick up and treat the underlying cause.
So for the purpose of this study, we measure the retinal nerve fiber layer thickness and macular thickness in the amblyopic and normal eyes of these Nepalese children, and we aim to compare the optical coherence tomography parameters in these children with anisometropic amblyopia. We also compare our findings with that of the other studies done before and see what the difference we have, and we also aim to establish the relationship of our findings with their refractive error.